Okay, so in one chapter, we got the reveals for all of the Flying Six Zoan forms, which is pretty cool. So let's go over them. Sasaki is a Triceratops, and that's pretty cool. Obviously, we haven't seen that before. We haven't seen a lot of ancient Zoans or just dragon fruit users in general, so it's nice to be able to see this. And his design is fine. I was never really too fond of the whole Triceratops design, just, you know, the animal itself in general, but you know, he looks cool for what it is. And it appears that he's gonna be taking on Franky here. Now, as I've been saying in these reviews, no matches are concrete yet. We don't really know what's happening because when we do think a matchup is going to happen, it gets distracted somehow, and then it leads on to something else, and then we see those characters, you know, go into another battle or something. But the theme of this chapter and the way that things have been established here make me think that we might actually be seeing some concrete, like, big matchups that are going to happen now, such as Sasaki versus Franky. So is this going to be like their battle, or more so, is this going to be Franky's big battle in this arc? And I'm thinking, yeah, I mean, why not? Yes, this is a huge leap up the power scale for Franky. He's never faced someone on this level of power by himself in like a one-on-one fight. So this will be by far this toughest test for Franky. I mean, this would be a tough test for even like Sanji to go against. So is Franky going to win this fight? I could see him winning, and I could see him also losing, but I think it would make sense for him to win because, you know, we are coming near the end of the series at this point. So it would be nice if Franky is able to defeat a Flying Six member. I think that would make sense for at least where we are at this point in the story. It's going to be extremely high diff for sure, but I think he could probably get the job done here. So then we have Black Maria's Ancient Zoan reveal, and she's like a spider, a Rosa Miguel, or however you say that, which is like a prehistoric spider. So technically it's staying on theme with the rest of Flying Six being dinosaurs, or just from that period or whatever. But it's interesting how her transformation works because she almost looks like a smile user, you know, the way that the bottom half is like a spider with a face and the top half is just like her human form. So maybe she has like more transformations than what a typical Zoan user would have. Maybe she can have like this half and half form, and then she can have like a full-blown spider form, and then she can have the hybrid form possibly. As for her taking on Sanji here, I think this would be a little anticlimactic if this is Sanji's big fight of this arc. I mean, Black Maria, obviously no chump. All of the Flying Six are extremely powerful. They could probably even be Yonko commanders on other crews. But I think that Sanji deserves to fight Queen as like his big matchup this arc. Unless he doesn't fight Black Maria because, you know, he does have that recurring thing within his own character where he can't like fight females. I mean, you go back to like Enies Lobby with Khalifa and all that stuff. Same stuff's probably going to happen here. I don't see Sanji changing as a person just suddenly. I mean, it is possible, but maybe Robin steps in and takes on Black Maria in his place, and then Sanji goes on to fight Queen possibly. Or maybe this is the moment where Sanji has like this huge character arc and he is able to fight against women, you know, for the greater good. I mean, maybe not like abusing women or anything like that, but maybe he realizes like, hey, you know, I have to do this. Like if Luffy is going to become the Pirate King, if I'm going to find all blue and all the Straw Hats are going to make it out of this, I'm going to have to, you know, step aside from my morals this one time. I'm going to have to put the beat down on Black Maria here. So then we're coming to Who's Who, one of the more mysterious Flying Six, one of them that just doesn't get focused on that much. And he's a saber-toothed tiger Ancient Zoan, which is cool, you know, different, but still staying on theme with prehistoric stuff. And he's going to be going against Jinbe. Now this seems like this might be Jinbe's big battle because this is kind of like his coming out party as one of the Straw Hats, I suppose, and having like their big arc battle. So him going against Who's Who here is fine. It makes sense to me. And also they do have some kind of history here, or at least Who's Who says that he met him when he was a warlord. Your guess is as good as mine as to who's who could be. Maybe we've seen him before, I don't know. But I'm sure we'll eventually get that information as their fight goes on. And as for who's gonna win this, I'm pretty sure Jinbe is gonna win this. I mean, he's easily just as strong as one of the Flying Six, even maybe more so closer to one of the All-Stars possibly. I mean, it's not gonna be easy, but I do think Jinbe is gonna take this one. And then we have Ulti and Page One. We already knew about them. They were one of the first Flying Six members, transformations to be revealed. And as for who they're gonna be taking on, it looks like, I guess, Usopp and Nami, and then I guess Tama as well, or just whoever else. Usopp, Nami, and just a whole bunch of people possibly. I mean, it would be incredible if Usopp and Nami working together are able to take down 2 Flying Six members, which seems like they're maybe on the lower end of the rankings within the Flying Six possibly, but it seems a little too good to be true if Nami and Usopp do take down characters of this caliber, but I would love it. I would be on board if somehow they're able to get the job done here. But let's rewind back to the beginning of the chapter when Marco is like helping Chopper and the rest of the Straw Hats and everybody else with the Ice Demon stuff. I love it. I love how his flames spread out and like are helping mitigate the spread of the ice stuff. I love it. I love that he's being used in this fashion. I mean, he is a doctor after all, and I love that he's working together with Chopper. And then we even have the Mink Doctor from Zoe. He's here with his assistant who was being all weird with Chopper. I love that all the doctors are coming together here and doing doctor stuff. It's very satisfying to see this. I also like the little dialogue exchange here where Marco's like, hey, Zoro, I'll take you to the top if you want. And like I said in the previous review, I'm pretty sure this is establishing that Zoro is going to, in fact, face off against King, because I'm thinking Marco is gonna, you know, try to take him to the top, reunite with Luffy or whatever, but then King's gonna stop them. And then Zoro's gonna fight King, and Marco, he'll do whatever. He's gonna be a wild card here. I think maybe he'll go back down, help Chopper, and then whatever else, and then maybe that will lead to Queen encountering Sanji possibly. But then coming to the end of the chapter, it's revealed by Yamato that Ace has damaged this dragon statue that is in Onigashima, and that Yamato was friends with Ace. But not only that, he went to Wano to kill Kaido, which makes sense because that's what Ace did. He tried to take down Whitebeard. Now he's trying to take down Kaido, you know, fighting Jinbe. Like, Ace was a wild man for sure. What does this mean exactly? Well, I guess this just gives further motivation for Yamato to join the Straw Hats, because, you know, that's eventually going to happen too, probably. But also, this might give us some insight into why Kaido wanted to go to Marineford, more so than just starting like an end of the world battle and trying to take down the Marines and everything like that, along with the other Yonkos or whoever was going to be there. Maybe Kaido had some kind of relationship with Ace. Not saying they were boys or whatever, but it makes you think like, okay, so how did Ace go to Onigashima, of all places, even meet Yamato, damage the statue, and then make it out of there with Kaido not like destroying him or forcing him to be one of his subordinates or keeping him locked up or something? Or maybe that's why Kaido wanted to go to Marineford, because maybe Ace disrespected him, escaped Onigashima, and then Kaido was like, you know what, that don't fly with me. I'm going to Marineford to kill Ace myself. I'm not letting the Marines do it. He disrespected me. Or on the other hand, it could be like, hey, I kind of like Ace because he was cool and whatever he did at Onigashima made me respect him somewhat. So maybe I'm going to go try to stop them from killing him. That seems a little unlikely. It more so seems like the former here. But either way, I think that might give us some insight into that particular sequence from the past. Let me know what you think about this chapter in the comments. And if you liked the video, guys, please give it a like. Also, I have a Twitch, got a Patreon, check those out. And please subscribe if you haven't already. Have a great day. See you in the next one.